It's the Oaks. Updating the Bill Collins for race 2 and the runners in the mounting yard. Born Priceless $7.30, Vickers $4.50, Miss Lala $4, $4.80 for Primary Vision. Double figure odds for the remainder, the best of them Flying Rocket at $13, and Taylor Dane, number 9 in commission at $6.80. Race 2's due in 12 minutes from now. And weight is right at 2, 7 and 8. Now updating the first race at, the third
race run on Australia's greatest racetrack, dates back to the year 1866. Some fine horses won the Mighty Mile in the early years, but the first truly great winner was the extraordinary mare Wakeful at her 5th race start in 1901. Fast forward to 1933 and Wanuka, a brilliant sprinter that would go on to win good races in the United States. 1 year on, and the superimpose of his time, Chatham missed the start but still got up under a crushing 10 stone 4 or 65.5 kilos. To 1948, and a record crowd of 93,746 crammed into headquarters to see the diver ridden to victory by a very young George Moore. There was a sensation in 1953 when the Tommy Smith-trained Tarian was back for a fortune, got the money, and then was disqualified after returning a positive swab.
It's Tarian first from Bikinium and Iroquois.
In 1961, Harry Plant trained the exceptional miler Fine and Dandy to win that year, and again in 1963. To 1966, and arguably Star Kingdom's finest daughter, the 3-year-old filly Citius, came from an outside barrier to score an outstanding win.
And Citius in front, Moore setting sail for the line, will win the money, and Citius too good.
One of the greats of the 60s, the striking chestnut stallion Tobin Bronze, finished brilliantly to edge out the lightweight Cabochon.
Tobin Bronze gradually makes up leeway to win by half a head in the last stride.
The gutsy Gundawindi Grey, Gunsynd, took out the 1972 Doncaster.
And Gunsynd wins brilliantly.
There were no ifs or buts when Maybe Mahal strode away from a quality field.
Maybe Mahal is coming away to win the Doncaster. Always welcome Flew to get second, Avoid Island third. 4th Family of Man governed.
The great filly Emancipation scored a superb victory in 1983.
The 3-year-old champion goes on to win the Doncaster, a length to ring through.
But arguably the greatest of all winners of the Champions Mile was the brilliant backmarker Superimpose, victorious in 1990 and again in 1991.
Superimpose is mowing down Livingstone Lane. Superimpose has done it again.
A rising superstar in the training ranks, Gay Waterhouse collected the first of her 5 Doncasters, so far that is, with Pharaoh in 1994, and Pharaoh did it again in the wet in 1995.
But Gavin Eads goes for home on Pharaoh. Look at Auntie Mary. Auntie Mary out of the packers, thundering home too late. Pharaoh makes it 2 Doncasters on the trot.
And the incredible Sunline ran them into the ground in 1999. Can you believe it's 3 years since she won the Doncaster?
Juggler, but she's everything we thought she was, Sunline. She's a champion filly. She goes home and wins the Doncaster.
3 years on. Can Gay make it 6? Or will Sunline bring the house down with another triumph in one of the world's greatest mile races?
Yes, there's our look at the history of the Doncaster, and it is hard to believe it's 3 years ago since Sunline won the Doncaster here when she was a filly. Let's have an early look at the Doncaster. It's in about 3.5 hours from now. The ratings have Sunline as a rating special, ahead of Hey Pronto 14, 4-Old Comrade, forget its run last week, and 8 Dash for Cash.
I'm surprised to see Hey Pronto rated so highly, but he is.
It's $4.10 Sunline. We'll have Unitab prices will join us a bit closer to the race. But here's an early look at the market with 307,000 in the pool. Shogun Lodge 17.
Gee, that's good value. $17 about Shogun Lodge.
It is, mate. Yep. Crawl 21, Old Comrade 25. Similar odds, Final Fantasy Highs out. El Mirada 33. Dash for Cash at $7.20 is well in commission. Emission $61. Weasel Will 34, Defies at 10 from the Guy Walter stable. We've got Ha Ha 11, big odds for Shot of Thunder. Hey Pronto 12, Huge at Remand and The Man at big odds as you can see. Then the Gordo 15, Hosanna 22, Ebony Knight 58, Ilga Chuck is $10.
There's probably a little bit of unders there. I think that's a little short, but the punters like it because of the soft track and a bit of rain around.
Yeah. Make Me a Miracle, which has got a run. Rod Quinn is now the rider of that, riding at 1.5 kilos over. He's been allowed to do that. Yeah. And so market order early, Sunline ahead of Dash for Cash, then double figure odds Ukachaka, Defier,
Defier was a great win last Saturday.
Oh, it was, yeah. If the track's fine,
yep,
and there's no more rain.
16 Ali won't worry him because he'll get back.
Get
Ha
back.
Ha, she's worried about the track, Ha Ha, because she doesn't like it soft at $11. Hey Pronto at 12, Gordo at 15s, and Shogun Lodge at $17, which looks good value to me.
Okay, let's now take you to Alf Matthews with a late mail at Caulfield.
Thanks very much, Graham. Interesting race, the second, very even on course. Number 2, Vickers, and number 3, Miss Lala, are currently on course equal favourites. I've gone with number 3, Miss Lala. Very tough little filly, not overly big, but is holding her condition very well, and I expect her to have a pretty good run up near the leaders in the first 4. Number 2, Vickers, I'm going to forgive her for her last run. A little bit disappointing in running 6th of 9. Now, she was beaten 5 lengths on that occasion, but I thought it was a very strong race with Embraceable You winning it. So I'm prepared to forgive it. Her form here at Caulfield is very good, and she has drawn barrier 1, will be suited right on the pace perfectly. Number 4, Primary Vision, I also included. It's the horse that'll probably get back a little bit. Did resume very well winning at Cranbourne. Looked good running on. The extra 100 metres here should suit, but it may be the sufferer of having been forced to get back. Number 5, Barmaid Rules, I'm also going to include. This does represent very good value on the tote. And its last up third behind Nasdaq, I thought was quite good, bearing in mind Nasdaq ran second to Media Magnate, which runs in the next race. We'd like it to be a little bit earlier just to give us a better guide, but does present very well in the yard. In saying that, I've put 3 on top, Miss Lala, ahead of 2 Vickers, 4 Primary Vision, 5 Barmaid Rules. Don't forget about a horse called Taylor Dane, number 9. Looks very good in the coat, has only had the 1 run this time in when it finished off fairly good. Looking for extra ground, and it did run second to Lady Mulroy, which I have selected later in the day. So just be careful, punters. If you like Taylor Dane, don't be frightened to put whatever you like on it. 3 Miss Lala on top, ahead of 2 Vickers, 4 Primary Vision, and 5 Barmaid Rules for the second on the card at Caulfield. Graham?
Righto, Alf.
Kiltricity in the all-white colours of the club is moving up into the line. Miss Lala's just drifted around 40 cents on course, so Vickers is going to run the favourite on track. Just about right to go now. 1400. Primary Vision has joined them. They're set. And away they go, and Vickers jump fast on the inside. Kiltricity a touch slow to move, but there's not much between first and last at the moment in a bunched field. Vickers booting through along the inside, trying to retain the inside with Born Priceless. And Miss Lala's gone on 3 wide with those horses. Vickers just easing back now. Royal Fra settling down 4th. Taylor Dane off and running around the outside. Next in the field is Kiltricity over on the outside from Barmaid Rules, Flying Rocket, and Primary Vision back last of all. Born Priceless won the battle for the lead, but striding up on the outside at the 800, Taylor Dane is joining her, so it's been pretty hectic up on the pace. Miss Lala right behind them from Kiltricity, improving the outside, and Vickers now finds itself back 50 inside. 2 lengths further back is Royal Fra, and then came Barmaid Rules, followed by Flying Rocket, and 2 to Primary Vision. Up to the turn now, Born Priceless, Taylor Dane, and Kiltricity tried to make a line of 3. 2 lengths to Miss Lala, and Vickers over on the inside from Flying Rocket as they come to the corner. And now it's Taylor Dane taking a slender lead from Born Priceless the rail. Vickers getting into the clear over on the inside, and then Miss Lala as Kiltricity drops out, and Barmaid Rules is making ground on the rail. Taylor Dane with Miss Lala coming at it with 100 metres to go. Miss Lala put the head in front of Taylor Dane. She drew a neck clear. Flying Rocket coming home well. It's Miss Lala about a neck in front though, and Miss Lala's won it by a long neck to Taylor Dane. Flying Rocket a length and a half away third in front of Vickers and also Barmaid Rules. Clear of Born Priceless. Back behind those to finish is Kiltricity and Royal Fra, who's finished second last, and Primary Vision was last all the way. Miss Lala, ridden by Vlad Durick for John Gunning, has taken out the second on the card, beating Taylor Dane and Flying Rocket. It'll be 3, 9 and 6 in the second on the program. Miss Lala, Vlad Durick and John Gunning winning in the time of 1:23.29. 1:23.29. It was a good ride by Vlad because there was plenty of pressure on early, and he allowed it just to sit off that after dicing for the lead in the early stages. And she's responded very gamely for a good victory here, this Rancho Ruler filly out of the Art Sculptor mare Bold Sculptress. Been racing in good form in good class races, particularly the last one behind Hasty Back. 9 Taylor Dane's been a good effort. I'm sure there's a win in store for Taylor Dane in the coming weeks in this sort of grade. And Flying Rocket has made good ground into 3rd place. 4th went to number 2 Vickers, and 5th went to number 5 Barmaid Rules. So 3, 9, 6, 2 and 5. Kiltricity wanted to over race up on the speed. Primary Vision never in it. And Born Priceless, who led them up, really was pushed along in early and middle stages and left you with nothing in the tank at the finish. 3, 9 and 6. The Tate Dividends, Miss Lala, $3.70 and $1.50. Taylor Dane, $2. Flying Rocket, $3. $3.70 and $1.50 the winner. $2 for second and $3 for third. Quinella paid $8.60. The Exacta $16.30. Trifecta $148.70. And the Running Double paid $29 even.
Okay, yeah, Vlad Durick aboard the winner, and the Alfie's Late Mail, Miss Lala, the winner, number 3 from 9 and 6. Updating Oakbank for the next race. Heard no word about the power over there. Apparently it's still out. Lance Corporal $3.60, $7.20 Rackets, Millennium Dancer $5.50, Crown Duo at $10, and Joe Bananas we have to check out, $3.50. Right, well, Peter Snowden is representing Crown Lodge in the Doncaster Handicap on a number of runners, and let's find out their chances as Peter is speaking with Joe McKinnon.
Peter, the stable has a big team engaged in the Doncaster this year.
Certainly has, Joe, yeah, and all with a competitive chance, we feel.
Which is the top hope?
Hard to split them. Crawl was always our main target for the race, but drawing 22 he's going to get back anyway, but 22, well, he'll start from about 19, I think, so it makes his job very, very hard, but he's going extremely well. Rather hopes are drawn a bit better, and who knows, luck and running means a lot in these sort of races.
Yeah, the other hopes, one in particular, Hosanna, down in the Wakes. She's an interesting chance.
Yeah, her and Gordo, as she is too. Lightly weighted 3-year-olds, certainly going well at the right time, both drawn well, and they'll be there at the finish.
So what are you sticking with then as the main hope?
I'll still stick with Crawl. He's been our main horse we've targeted, and even though he's drawn bad, he's a very competitive horse, going very well, and I'm still hopeful he'll run well for us.
I'll just ask you about the Galaxy separate.
Yep, and we'll come back and check that out with the Galaxy a bit later on. Thanks, Joe. We'll leave it there. Joe McKinnon with Peter Snowden. Okay, now the second race here at Royal Randwick. Stu went. I'm a week behind.
Did you tell the taxi driver to take you to Rosehill as well?
I did, yeah, in 13 minutes. All right, so there's the market with Spinning Hill. Stephen Arnold at $2.90 for race 2 at Randwick. Yeah, it is short, isn't it?
Spinning Hill at $2.90.
Yeah.
8.80 Nanny Maroon out from 8.30, so that's pretty lucrative odds about her. Hot Riff on 13 and down to Fair Embrace and Phaser both on $10.
And Souk or Souk?
Souk, I think it's pronounced Souk at 7.10 there, and if the rest are at double figure odds, down to the bottom one, Mika's Pride at $18, probably the shortest in the market of the rest of them.
Okay. Stephen Arnold is riding Spinning Hill. Here's what he has to say. He spoke with Joe McKinnon earlier on.
You've had a lot of success on this mare already. Can she win again today?
Yeah, I think she'll run well. Race should suit her a bit more today. There's good speed in the race and she needs to get cover, and she should do so today, so she'll finish strong.
Her first up win in the Lightning was awesome. Explain what happened in the Newmarket though.
We drew the middle and come to the outside, and we were probably the first horse on the inside to come out, and got no cover, and she over-raced a little bit. As I say, she's got to get a bit of cover and helps her finish off.
She goes sweetly for you?
Yeah, she should do today. There's good speed and we've drawn a good gate, so we'll come out and ride her quiet and try and get a bit of cover, and I'm sure she'll finish off good.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, Spinning Hill currently at $3. Now there's Souk number 9. You're thinking it may be pronounced Souk?
I think it is. I'm not sure. I'm going to pronounce it Souk. It's $7.
Why do you say that?
I think it's a name of a gold or a gold marketplace or a marketplace in the Middle East. I think that's right. I may be wrong, but $7.20 there. And notice on Super Tab a lot shorter, and shorter again on Unitab, so someone likes it. $8.70 about Nanny Maroon, big odds in the other states. $8.90 Fair Embrace there, and you go down the page and the rest of them are on double figures.
$8.70 and $2.60, and that is Fair Embrace. First of the day, won by the very heavily backed Republic Lass, number 7, Glen Boss, a very, very promising filly. She won by 2 3/4 lengths from 5 Factional Corey Brown. 1 Moonflute, Darren Beedman, 3rd, and 8 ran 4th. 2:03.64, and they hardly marked the track. Now over here at the 1200, the late arrival Sri Lanka, and about half the field is in position here. A rider is out of the saddle on Hot Riff. Right, now they're starting to make a good fist of it over here at the 1200 metres for the San Miguel Sapphire. Race of fillies and mares won last year by Spinning Hill. Shane Dye beat Snippets Lass and Heather. Shane rode Little Patty to win in 99, beat Snippets Lass and Sash. And Shane won the first running of the Sapphire Stakes on What Can I Say, beat Airs and Graces and Bridled Chance. Shane, of course, had Rose Hill last Saturday and then quickly hopped back to Hong Kong, where he rode a double in the next day. Anyway, they're set here. And the racing, and just a little slowly away, another Misty Com here, and Micah's Pride and Okanui wide out into Hot River, the joint leaders. Fair Embrace is moving up into third posse, and Spinning Hill nice and handy, followed by another Misty, and then a gap 2 Gentle Genius, followed wider out by Pfizer. Com here, Tempest, Morn, Shook, and then on the inside is Sri Lanka, and Nanny Maroon brings up the rear. At the 800 they travel, and Okanui in front. 3/4 Fair Embrace, Hot Riff third, another Misty is travelling fourth, followed by Micah's Pride, and then Com here, Spinning Hill, Gentle Genius. 2 lengths further away is Pfizer being passed on the inside by Sri Lanka, Shook, and a couple to Tempest Morn in company with Nanny Maroon coming to the corner now. 500 left to go, and Fair Embrace swept to the lead from Okanui, another Misty the Grey. Hot Riff with a baldy face fourth on the outside, and 2 to Micah's Pride. Steve Arnold calling upon the favourite Spinning Hill, and then come here and Sri Lanka, but Fair Embrace slipped into overdrive and down to the 200. Fair Embrace put 3 lengths now. Hot Riff, Spinning Hill is starting to motor. Fair Embrace is running off the track. Hot Riff and Spinning Hill trying hard to pick her up. Fair Embrace is still in front, getting close to the line. She'll win. Fair Embrace ran off the track, but just beat Spinning Hill, I'd say, with Hot Riff third, and then Shook followed at the head of the others by Micah's Pride, Pfizer, and then Sri Lanka, Nanny Maroon. Further away was another Misty, Gentle Genius, Okanui, Tempest Morn, and Com here near enough to last. Oh, gee, she got the taste of the wonders over the last 150. Fair Embrace, Damien Oliver. She's got the bickies. To mine, I wouldn't be putting much emphasis on the free. Oh, well, there's the free shot now. It's probably won by maybe a little bit more than the free shot shows. But anyway, she's got there, Fair Embrace. And in doing so, $7.40 and $2.60. Trained by Graham Rogerson, by Strategic from Janelle again, and Damien Oliver in the saddle. Second and third numbers, Spinning Hill will get second, and will pay $1.50 at Hot Riff number 5 at $3.80, and those numbers are now official with 9 Shook in fourth posse, 7, 1, 5 and 9 in the San Miguel Sapphire Stakes. Fair Embrace, 21 starts, 5 wins, 3 seconds and a third, and has run 109.23 here, and that has bettered Spinning Hill's race record established last year, or the it's got his race record Spinning Hill established on the 22nd of the 4th 00. Yeah, that's right, because it wasn't run last year, the Sapphire. So Spinning Hill wasn't quite able to win it in back-to-back runnings, but this afternoon, Fair Embrace, always either in or near the lead, and Damien swept her away with what was a winning move as they came past the 350, and although she got the wonders in the last 150, finishing closer to the outside rail than the inner, she was too good. Now, the official totes are coming up. Number 7, the winner, Fair Embrace, has paid $7.40 and $2.60. Number 1, Spinning Hill, Stephen Arnold second, $1.50. Number 5, third, Hot Riff, ridden by Darren Beedman, has paid $3.80. The Quinella, $11.50. Exacta, $26.70. The Trifecta, $247.30. And the first 4, 7, 1, 5, 9, $1,177.50. The winning.
Yep, Fair Embrace, Damien Oliver, Spinning Hill, Hot Riff. Here's John Tabb.
Thank you, Graham. I have a very excited Michael Newport with me. Michael is one of the part owners of this Bonnie filly, Fair Embrace. Congratulations, Michael. I've never seen her run about like that before.
No, she always goes onto the rail, John, but this time Damien brought her out to the middle. Might have been better going, but enormous.
She seemed to duck out there, though. She seemed to get lost for a few strides.
She seems to be getting lost with the blinkers. I told Graham, can we take the blinkers off? But he said, no, we're going to keep it on. And she always wants to stargaze. She did it in the Moat and Shandon down at Mooney Valley. But anyway, Damien Oliver, unbelievable.
He's had 3 goes for 3 wins on Fair Embrace.
3 goes for 3 wins, enormous. 100% record.
Nice to win a race anywhere, any time, but on these big days at Royal Randwick, it's really something special.
John, I can't believe it. She's won a Group 2 now, a Group 3. It's just Graham Rogerson. I'm just so proud of him. He does a fantastic job for us. It's enormous.
He can certainly get one ready, can't he? Good on you, Michael. Well done. Enjoy the moment. Thank you for talking to us. OK, from Royal Randwick, where this wind is blowing at gale force, we go to Eagle Farm, and here's Larry Olsen.
Thanks, John. Here at Eagle Farm, first race. A little bit of money here for Macra Strike, the top weight, and of course Grind's very solid in the market. My selections were 5, 4, 1 and 13. I went for the 5 Hancock. I liked its run last start. I thought there wasn't much between it and Grind's run. However, I thought Hancock run went very, very wide. He can handle the wet. I do have a little bit of problem with the 12 Alley, but however, looking at him in the enclosure, I'm still going to leave him on top. The Hawks horse always looks well. The top weight, Macro Strike, he's a big type of a horse, but this is one horse that does really hold himself up well. Now, look, there's a number of chances in this race apart from those 3, but I'm going to throw one in at 13, the Top Talk. Now, it's about $80 or something. It's about 65 on the tote, and it looks well in the enclosure, and Howard Wilson assures me this is going to run a fair race. So on looks, I'd have to put it in. But look, we'll stick there. We'll go the 5, bit of value here, 5, 4, 1 and 13.
Larry, plenty of value there all round. Good luck, Larry Olsen in Brisbane. Yeah, Damien Oliver, 3 rides for 3 wins. Interesting comments, I must say, from the owner about telling Graham Rogerson to put
all the blinkers
off.
Yeah, thank God the owner didn't listen. The trainer didn't listen to the owner too often, because did him the world of good leaving the blinkers on. Damien didn't fight the filly, just let her drift out, and she still won. Last time Damien rode that filly was in February, and he won on her then too.
Yeah, 3 rides for 3 wins.
He's got a rapport with her.
Certainly has. And there's your market for race number 3 at Caulfield. And yep, okay, let's take you to Greg Miles.
Rightio, Graham. Media Magnate will run favourite here. Lady Mulroy's been tried. She actually beat home Miss Lala at her last start. This is Silver Baron to come in. He's coming off a second up run here. Silver Baron is ready. Bust up is set. Grey here is Interface Star. Now here's Summer Envoy moving in. Summer Envoy comes up. So they're nearly ready. Interface Star moving along. Previous race won by Miss Lala. She's heading to Adelaide for the Oaks. The trainer thinks she's going to stay. Ready now for the 3rd. Light flashes. Silver Baron getting up in the gates there. Settled again. Racing now. Media Magnate got away well. Hillsgrove slow, dropped out to the tail. Lady Mulroy, Silver Baron, and Summer Envoy jumped fast, and he's heading up looking for the lead today. Out past the 1400, Summer Envoy goes to the front. Media Magnate getting his head up in the air in the early stages, refusing to settle properly. Lady Mulroy held 3rd. 2 lengths further back is Silver Baron on the outside of Interface Star. A length and a half to Bust Up, and they're followed by Thunderhawk and 2 to Hillsgrove. It's Summer Envoy, the leader, out near the 1,000-metre mark, a length and a half. Lady Mulroy is 2nd, and Media Magnate 3rd on the inside, a length and a half to Silver Baron in 4th place outside Interface Star. 2 lengths to Bust Up, 3 lengths to Thunderhawk, and last of all is Hillsgrove. To the railway side now, and it's Summer Envoy for Reese Wheeler at the 800, leading by almost a length to Lady Mulroy. Media Magnate has settled better over on the inside. He's in 3rd placing from Silver Baron. And on the rails, Interface Star, a length further back is Bust Up from Thunderhawk and Hillsgrove. Heading to the 600 metres, and Summer Envoy now joined by Lady Mulroy. A length and a half away, Silver Baron on the outside of Media Magnate, and they're followed then by Bust Up on the outside of Interface Star and Thunderhawk. Hillsgrove the last two. Summer Envoy, a narrow leader from Lady Mulroy. Media Magnate trying to get out. Silver Baron coming with a run, and Bust Up comes wider. In the straight, Lady Mulroy takes the lead down to the 200 metre mark. Silver Baron running on okay, and Bust Up's coming with a run. And then Summer Envoy battling away, and Media Magnate. Lady Mulroy in front, but Bust Up and Silver Baron coming hard. 100 to go, and Hillsgrove from last lifting. Here he comes, Hillsgrove, swapping them on the outside, and it's Hillsgrove, a good winner over Bust Up. Third is either Silver Baron or Lady Mulroy. Media Magnate flat in the straight, and they were followed then behind them by Thunderhawk, and then Summer Envoy, who's weakened, and Interface Star. Big finishing run by Hillsgrove, and he's come from last with a brilliant sprint down the outside to win. Stephen Baster and Colin Alderson. Originally purchased for some $700,000 by Dane Hill out of a New Zealand Derby winning filly in Popsy, and a great performance to win. Hillsgrove getting the money in a time of 1:37.74. Second will go to Bust Up, number 2, and Silver Baron is third. That's official now. Numbers are 3, 2 and 1. 3, 2 and 1 in 1:37.74. Well, he might just start living up to that breeding now. It's the first time he's been over a bit of ground in this preparation, and he really stretched out in great style. He can handle wet and dry ground as well, so he's got a few little strings to the bow. And winning a Sale Maiden back in September was his only claim to fame before today, but he might just start putting it all together now. Came through that race at Lord Erin won. Media Magnate was second over the line in that race, but he's been very flat in the run home. He was quite disappointing after having an easy run on the pace, but he did pull early. Okay, 3, 2 and 1. Fourth in was number 7, Lady Mulroy. Next on the card is the Jeff Murphy handicap, race number 4, and it's due at 2:10.
She's trained on very well. I think she had plenty of room for improvement after her last start, and her form, I think if Callaway Girl, Victory Vane were in this race, they'd be pretty short odds, and she ran third to them, so I'm quite hopeful.
Now, Bernie, she comes out of the barrier awkwardly on occasions.
She does, John. She seems to scramble for about 50 or 60 metres and then finds her feet, and away she goes. Yeah.
Just inexperience?
Yeah, I'm not really sure why she does it, but she's always done it, and I'm hoping she'll get better with each start. Yeah.
Now, you're riding in the Doncaster handicap for Paul Sutherland on the Man, who seems to be struggling a little bit to find his best form.
He does seem to be this time, John. I don't think he's had as smooth a ride through his races this time in, but he's drawn not too bad. He's won on this track. I think he'll appreciate the long straight, and he's got no weight at all on his back. So 50.5 kilos. Put it this way, I don't think he's one of the worst in it.
Did you make the weight easily?
Yes, John, I've known what weight he had for quite a few weeks, so I've just done it gradually, and today I got here and I was just under 49.5, so it's been good.
This is the horse that gave you your biggest win to date on this track not too long ago, the Group 3 JRA Trophy.
Yeah, that's right. Last September he won that race here, and yes, that was the biggest thrill of my career so far, and but I'd like to make it another one today. Yeah.
Was it a buzz to go around in the Golden Slipper last week?
Oh, it was wonderful. Really good. Yeah, great stuff.
Good on you, Bernie. Thanks for talking to us, and thank you for allowing the Sky Channel personnel to use the lady jockey's room as a makeup headquarters.
No problem.
Appreciate it. We invaded your privacy again. Bernadette Cooper, who rides the Man in the Doncaster handicap, and Stratika Graham in the Heroic Championship, a filly for which she has a lot of time.
Yeah, and a great chance for Bernadette too. Stratika. Thanks, John, for that. And now let's have a look at Spirit of Westbury. Damien Oliver aboard. Another plus for Spirit of Westbury.
Yeah.
Nice third last time out. Battle on well.